Hello, good morning. Or what would be the morning when you're watching this. It's actually the evening for me. So, something different today. What I'm working on is I've got an event on Saturday, which will be today, I guess, when you're watching this, of tanks versus treads. If you've seen any of my other videos, I've probably been mentioning it over the past couple of week or two. And what I thought I would do is I would bring my tanks, but I don't have a lot of the new ones, so I've been rooting in the vault to try and find all my old stuff, to try and flesh out the amount of tanks that I can bring. And I thought it'd be cool to show some of them off because I've got quite a few old ones. This is my old Blood Angels, what are they called? Predator Annihilator, I think it's called. It's all metal. And I'm trying to see if anything really needs doing. You can see that I'd never primed, so it's kind of neat seeing all this stuff. This would have been all brushed on, I suppose. And the old, don't ask me what Kruger means. Kruger's lads. I guess that's what I was just going with at the time. It's awesome seeing these old things. Garen Killer. This was bought probably about 95 or 96, and one of my opponents was a Tyrannid player who kicked my butt all the time. And yeah, I remember going in the Games Workshop, the store, and saying, listen, I keep losing against Tyrannids. Can you give me any advice on what to bring? And so I ended up with this, the Annihilator with the twin las cannons, heavy bolters, and a pintle-mounted heavy flamer, which was perfectly legal back in the day. So yeah, that's I mean, it's looking okay for its age and for who I was when I was painting it, being a kid. Oh, thumb mark in there. I think that would have been, you can see that there. That would have been from the Hunter Killer, I suppose. That's funky. There's this bad boy. This has seen some better days, I think. Yeah. Oh my goodness. This is supposed to be white. I painted it like the you know, the heads of the Terminators. Being a 14 or 15-year-old, I might have had a bit of a obsession with lighters. An old pyromaniac there. And I thought the scorched damage would, like, you know, the battle damage would look kind of funky. And what better way to add battle damage than to actually damage it? So at least that's what I was thinking. I actually bought this second hand. It could use some work, to put it mildly. I think some painting there. I'm not sure if I have plenty of time for that, but we'll see what we can do tonight. So it's like the Mark 1. This is the old Rogue Trader Land Raiders. Funnily enough, it will still have the same legal rules as the current version. But yeah, that's definitely seen some. Oh, it's actually just dirt, I think, a lot of that. It's seen some better days, eh? My goodness. So that's I do have a rhino and like a kit bashed rhino as well, but I'm not going to bother bringing the rhinos. Although I suppose they could charge across and create some mayhem, so maybe I will. Yeah. Wow. You can actually see the old plastic through there. I don't know if that's going to show up. It used to be like kind of like a pinky color. Right, so that's the Blood Angels. Now onto my sort of slightly newer, I suppose, Imperial Guard tanks. Or at the time, yeah, no, they were called the Imperial Guard. But now the Astra Militarum, of course. This is one of the ancient carry cases. What have we got in here? Oh, okay, we've got some very beat up basilisk. and an even older Lehman Russ. There's the turret. These are all metal parts, so yeah, they've all seen some better days. There's a Valkyrie in here, but that's not what the event's about. No flyers included. So let's see if it's worthwhile bringing these guys. I think I've actually repainted this, or when I say recently, I mean like, I think it was about 2016. I went in because I was collecting. When I first came back to the hobby, it was about 2015 or 2014, something like that. Yeah, it's a bit dusty, isn't it? Look at that. And these things had all been painted in like different kind of camos. Although this might actually be the original camo. The goblin green, I recognize that. Oh. Ancient super glue there. I mean, that's... It's seen... They've all seen better days, but... you know, technically that's legal. What else have we got? Let's have a look at this guy. Yeah, you can see the old green poking through. It was like luminous, bright green there and there. And I think in 2016 I kind of went in and repainted a lot of these. The old melters. The attempt at the hazard stripes. And these things, this is all metal, like I said. The demolisher cannon on the front is metal. I think I've actually glued that shut. You can see that that would have been pushed open for this guy. So he can go to one side. That's another body. The question is, am I... Oh, look at that, it's so heavy, it's actually pulling forward. Am I happy putting that on the table? That's the question. That is the question. If I'd thought about this earlier, if I'd given myself more time, I could have done something different. At least a dry brush or something, you know, to bring it up or repaint them somehow. Yeah, so that's that. Let's see what else we can find. These are all troops. I suppose it might be interesting to go through and have a look at these. No, nothing spectacularly interesting. Old catching guys. I'm sure I've got some more tanks in here somewhere. Look at these, we've got 8 boxes of these to go through. What have we got in this one? Oh, there's one. Get all the bits out. That is off an Aegis line, I think. Aegis line. That's definitely something we can fix. The Gatling cannon. I think this was when I first started magnetizing stuff. Let's see what we can find. So these, yeah, oh, yeah, they've got magnets in them. That would have been for Pask, Punisher Pask, who in What edition was that? 7th or 8th? Was an absolute beast. But I think, given that it's all going to be vehicles, I think we're going to stick with this thing. And of course I would have taken the sponsons off, because back then you had to pay for them. So, maybe some glue. Put them back on. Or even some what's it called? Blue tack, perhaps? I don't even know what these things are like have anymore by default. Can you get las cannons on the sponsons? As long as I keep them all the same, I don't think anyone's going to mind too much. Alright, so that's not going to work. And then this will sit at the front. Interesting. Or I could just go all heavy bolters. I think that might be more fair to the opponents. Yeah, they're not going to stay on, are they? So I'm going to need some glue or something for that. He's missing his tank commander, isn't he? Unless it's in this box. Oh, there he is, yeah. Pask. Is that heavy plasma? I guess I'm going to have to look up and see what is legal for them. Excuse me. Tea time. I suppose I could do this just now, this one. We're just going to glue the sponsons back on. It's best to do this. I was on the fence about what I was going to bring. Like, I'm still... Like, my dreadnoughts are in a lot better condition than these guys. It'll look better on the table, and I've got an Imperial Knight to take with them as well, so it would be like 7 or 8 dreadnoughts with the Imperial Knight, which is kind of cool. But I kind of want to run all the tanks. Run these old vehicles, give them another run out. And it does mean that I get to bring my Astreus, which I painted up this year. I've only used it once in a game. Should probably use super glue for this, but it will be fine. So, that's that one. And we'll leave Pask off. He can come out. I wonder if, actually, where's the box? Did I have a lid for it? A wee hatch. Is that the hatch for it? Is that where it goes? Yeah, there we go. Ah, at least I think so. Or do I have it upside down? Is it that way? There we go. Yeah, that's better. I'm sure this magnetized as well. Does that come off, or have I glued it on now? Yeah, there we go. So I wonder if in one of the other boxes there'll be a different component for that part. And we'll have to look up the... Actually, let's do that now. No, I can't because I'm recording on my phone. So we'll put that to one side. So what are we up to now? So for my old stuff, what's that, 5? If I include the basilisk, which is looking like a wreck. What have we got on this one? Ooh, a chimera. With dozer blade. Well, that's the other thing. I mean, do I really need to bring all these chimeras? Am I just make... Oh, look, they actually move. Amazing. Nobody taught me two thin coats, clearly. Either that or I just started painting these, I suppose. Which is quite likely. And glue the track back on. It's going to be that way, isn't it? I think I would probably be better off using super glue. But time is short. So we will use what we can find. Or rather, what will set quicker. Do we want to bring chimeras though? Do we want to do that? How dusty that is. I think that must have come off one of the Lehman Russes, actually. We'll leave it off. All right. There's another body. We'll put these stuff to the one side. Oh, this one feels metal. What have we got in here? Wow, more goblin green. These are actually metal catch and jungle fighters and metal Talarn desert raiders. No vehicles. Oh, now you know what? He might be actually useful to keep out. My old Vindicare assassin. Nice. Yeah, we'll keep him. Lead as well, or metal, or whatever it is. Don't chew it, kids. Those goblin green bases. That's so awesome. No tanks, so we'll move on. Four more of these to go. Oh. We have another chimera, but no tracks for this one apparently. Yeah, that's not going to be usable. I can't just bring that. At least the other one's got a couple of different coats on, so I guess we'll leave this one behind. That's a shame. Oh, we got a bit more success in this one. Another Lehman Russ. All green now, but it's got two colours at least. We've also got some old hunter killers. The last cannon. What's that? Is that searchlight? Yeah. There's another searchlight in this one. Must have been the other one. I don't even know if they have rules for them anymore. Right, so who's in... Oh, see, there's the other plasma. Las cannon. That's right, yes, of course. So they have pintle-mounted las cannons at the front, don't they, Lehman Russes? And there's a bit missing there. the guard, like that part. In the box? It is not in the box. Okay, so we've got 2 plasmas there. Another heavy bolter. This one feels light, so... Oh yeah, here we go, classic. I think I painted this one up for the Desert Raiders. This would have been the original Lehman Russ. Again, you can see no primer. The old searchlight, which has been broken off, of course. This thing has seen many battlefields back in the day. But it hasn't seen a ruler. Yikes. I wish I had more time. I wish I had more time. I'll definitely try and do something with these. Okay, we've got one more. Ah. The original Hellhound. And that's metal. This one's actually quite heavy. And that would have been its dozer blade. Should we glue that on? That will glue. Alright, let's glue that. Can we do something with that without breaking it? That's old super glue in there, isn't it? Alright, let's leave it. Let's leave that. But we will glue the dozer blade on. It feels very brittle. It sounds brittle. It's always fun to go back and look at these old things. Let's just seal that on. I don't know why I'm not glued that on, actually. Probably never struck me as a kid that there was no point leaving it, you know, really leaving it to rotate. Should we glue that on? There we go. I doubt I'm ever going to repaint these, so there's not much point. And even if I do decide to repaint them, I've only painted one track, so I wonder why I did that. Got halfway through and gave up, I guess. Oh. So, that is a grand total of, is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 tanks. That's not bad, is it? Including the Chimera, if I bring that, the one that's got a bit more paint on it. So I guess what I need to do is figure out Look at the size of him compared to the... Here's my death company that I'm still working on. Look at the size difference. Do I want... I mean, I would love to put these on the table. Proper second edition stuff painted by somebody that didn't know what the heck they were doing. I think we've got to, really, because then on top of this I've got my my Ultramarines tanks. So I've got another Land Raider, a normal Land Raider, the Astraeus, a Lancer, a Vindicator, and 2 Rhinos. So, oh, I've actually got an Impulsor as well, don't I? I think I've got an Impulsor. Don't go anywhere, stay there. Stay there. Oh, I forgot all about this. Let's have a look. This one's not nearly ready. But I was in the middle of painting this when I probably got distracted by, excuse me, some other project. How dusty it is, you can tell. Hasn't been used in a while. It's actually nearly done, really. It's just base details. The armor's all finished. It's all been dry brushed and panel lined. Do we want to bring that? I suppose we could. Another body. So that would be 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15 tanks. That's okay, isn't it? Right. So what we need then is we need to find out the loadouts, and then all the layman rusters will have to be the same, because if you're going to proxy stuff, I think I'm going to have to... Let me go and get my... Yes, let me go and get my iPad. That'll be 2 seconds. Oh, there it is. I have found it. So let's look this up. Imperial Guard. Astra Militarum, that's what I'm looking for. Data sheets. Basilisk is fine. Actually, what can that come with? Unit composition, war gear options. The heavy bolter can be replaced with a heavy flamer, so that's fine. Chimera is heavy bolter. Lasgun, this can be equipped with a stubber. The multi-laser can be replaced with a heavy bolter, heavy flamer. Hellhound. A heavy flamer can be replaced with a heavy bolter or a multi-melter. That's interesting. Okay, Demolisher, here we go. The Demolisher. It can be equipped with multi-melters. Okay, so that's what I've got it modeled with. And a las cannon. So that we'll stick with that then. Multi-melters and las cannon, as it is WYSIWYG. And then the battle tank, the Layman Russ, can be equipped with one of the following. Multi-melters or plasma cannons. I think plasma cannons are going to be far more useful. Far more useful. Or melters, I suppose we could go charging. -4 D6 damage. Yeah, let's just stick with multi-melters. So we'll say multi-melters for them. The Executioner has a las cannon on the front. And it's the same. So it's all the same then, isn't it? We'll just say multi-melters on everything. Last cannon multi-melters. That seems like no one can argue with that. I wish I had more of the parts I needed. He's got last cannon. He does not have a last cannon. But we'll just stick these in. So these will go in like that. What happened the last time I went to this event is that there was far more people with walkers. In fact, there was some titans as well. So people will probably not mind that I've brought bodies to shoot at. At least that's my thinking anyway. Yeah. Okay, so do we need to fix anything? There's quite a lot to fix. It's a shame that I don't have all these little extra, you know, gubbins and bits. I don't know where they'll be. Definitely nothing left in the box. Nope. So, that's kind of where we're at. There's all the infantry that I've got. Look, there's stuff in here. And the sand. And Bulgrins. I'm not seeing any parts though, unfortunately. That's a shame. Creed! Yeah. No tank parts in there. It seems that the only thing I've got then is the multi-melters. I suppose what I could do with this, the Eradicators, I could just say it's a Layman Ross. I wish I had the battle cannon. Because I don't think that Punisher cannon is going to be any good in a sort of tanks versus walkers battle. I have no idea what it does anymore. Where is it? Executioner? Eradicator? Exterminator? Punisher. There we go. Last cannon, multi-melter, heavy bolter, heavy stubber, last cannon, plasma cannon, Punisher Gatling cannon, 20 shots at strength 6, 0 AP. Oh, that's pretty crap. Yeah, we don't want to take that, do we? I don't know why they need all these different profiles. You could have just had the profile for the weapon, couldn't you? Executioner plasma cannon overcharged, -3. Layman Ross battle cannon. Strength 10. Where is he? There he is. So we definitely want to bring that thing. That thing's pretty awful. It's a shame I couldn't have all demolishers, really. Or all battle cannons. We kind of need to do something with this guy. I can't use that, surely. We could break that off. The amount of times that's been repaired anyway. It just looks a bit odd, like sitting there on its own. It's so dusty. What was that? Was that a track? It was a track. Or I could just bring all my dreadnoughts and talk myself out of this. I'm tempted to put this video up tonight with a poll or something and see what people think. I suppose I could ask Twitter. See what they think. You can tell me in the comments below, what would you do? Would you bring these old miniatures? Do you think this is something that is okay to put on the table if they look like this? Or would you would you retire them until you can get some better paint jobs? It's so dusty. That old glue. Oh, so funny. I've seen those new Krieg models, they look so good. If I wasn't already collecting Blood Angels, I'd be incredibly tempted to sell up this army and start anew with Krieg. Are there any other boxes that had stuff in it? Let's see what we can find. No, these are just infantry, aren't they? In here. Clearly I didn't use enough plastic glue for him. Yeah. Nothing in that one. I've got a ton of other boxes out in the garage. And I'm sure it's going to be full of all the extra bits that I needed. I suppose I could go and try and find them. Oh, I think that was the Valkyrie dying. Blackhawk down. Yeah, what have we got in here? We've got a tank tread. I'll tell you what, I'll show you this anyway. I was quite pleased with this back in the day. Again, this was another project I made, or I started doing in sort of, 2015, something like that. And it was an LED wired Valkyrie. I'm surprised the batteries haven't leaked. I wonder if it still works. I think the batteries will probably be dead by now. But what it did is, I was trying to light up the cockpit, so there is actually a battery down, an LED, a green one, down there somewhere. And obviously, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. Let me turn it upside down. You can just make out, where's the light? There is an LED there, and there's one further down, and obviously there's the wiring. And the cockpit is all painted on the inside. And that was going to be my big project. So there's the wiring. Very amateurish, of course, but it was a cool idea. And it does work. Like if I change these batteries, it would probably still be okay. As long as they haven't leaked. I should probably take them out. You can see there's some damage done there. Yeah, I had an Imperial Knight kit that I was, that I was working on for these LEDs as well for the Imperial Knight, but I never finished them at all. It was like it was made for batteries, these fuselages though. I mean, look at that, there's plenty of room in there for a battery. Should have made a sound system, play like Ride of the Valkyries or something like that. Oh, that's blue tacked on, not LED, not what's it called? Not magnets at all. I'd like to get around to finishing that someday. Right. So that is all the stuff that seems here. The old kit, the old guard, which I guess I am these days. I would love to get in there and repaint this. I just don't have the time. Yeesh. Or repair that somehow. God, I was such a fool. Look at that. I can't remember what this is. It might have actually been an ultramarine tank. That door looks like it's been like shut. So I wonder if the interior of this is painted. Because again, I bought this second hand. Or maybe it was a Blood Angels one and I just changed some of it. But it would be cool to have that again on the table next to all the big fancy tanks. That's amazing. All these years, I did actually use this in a game that's in one of the White Dwarfs. I forget which issue it's called, but it was like, oh, was it 180 something? Oh, sorry, apologies. For the ICAR 4 global campaign. And this Land Raider was actually in one of the pictures. There we go. Anyway, well, I've got to go and pack this all back up again, get it ready for tomorrow with all the other stuff that I'm bringing. I guess if I do any other painting for these guys, which I just don't think I've got the time this evening, then I'll bring you back. But yeah, I will let you know how it goes on. Maybe I'll take some pictures and I'll post them up on the YouTube channel. But yeah, let me know what you think of these guys. Let me know if you would do that. Would you take these to an event in the condition that they're in, or what would you do? Bye for now.